Good morning, everyone. Last night, temperatures got down to freezing. It's currently 34 degrees out here. You can see the water drops on these roses are not frozen, they're droplets. And in this bird bath, we also have water, and it is not frozen. Very cold, but not frozen. So we're going to take a look at the garden today and see how things are. Ooh, these dark red roses are finally starting to open up. That is awesome. This one, we've been in this house for almost 2 years, and this little tiny rose bush has not bloomed, so that's exciting to see. And there's one over there, a tiny one behind the bird bath. Barely has any branches. I also noticed a bloom this morning, so I'll be excited to see what color that is. You'll see I have 2 pink ones in the front, 2 lighter pink ones in the back. Now apparently I have the dark red one over there, which is awesome. And then in that tiny little can is going to be a yellow one. So that'll be exciting. I think that will leave me with just maybe purple left, since I do have a white rose on the side of the house as well. Alright, so let's take a look over here. So this is more of the cold weather stuff now. Luckily we got a big rain last night, so I have heard that if you water your plants, or if they get a lot of moisture beforehand, before a freeze, that they will do better and not struggle or not freeze. Everything is looking good. Nothing looks frozen. Now, I have to say nothing looks frozen yet, because we're supposed to get a round 2 of this tonight. I forgot to come out and try and put something over top of this, but I don't really have a good way to do that, considering everything is growing up. It's not just a bunch of tiny seedlings out here. So let's take a look on this side. Now over here, these are cucumbers. They don't look so great, but they'll probably be able to pop back. I don't even know if that's from the freezing weather, because we've been getting a lot of rain, and a lot of rain can make your leaves yellow as well. Spinach, of course, is looking fine. No issues for spinach for cold weather. A little bit of a cold weather. Peas are looking okay. You can see a little bit of damage from the aphids. I put a little bit of diatomaceous earth on there, and that did seem to help get rid of the aphids mostly, and I kind of plucked some away as well. But we've had so much rain that it's kind of hard to do that, because the rain will just wash off the diatomaceous earth. Now this one doesn't look as good either, but I don't know what this looked like yesterday. I haven't been out to look in detail at these things in a while, so it may not be because of the freezing. That could just be, again, too much water. It does also look like maybe some, I think it's called powdery mildew, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I've got more of squash in the house, so we should be okay. These little guys are doing really well. They just kind of shot up overnight, which is really awesome. I think I'm going to have to split these out. This one here. Now something is eating this. I believe that's a zinnia. Giant holes in there. I'll probably sprinkle a little bit of diatomaceous earth, but these are flowers, so I'd rather the bugs eat the flowers than eat the vegetables. But of course we do need our flowers to attract our pollinators, which is why I'm leaving this awesome cabbage monstrosity growing. And I'm going to try and save some seeds from it. I've never done that before, but These little pods will continue to grow out, and then the seeds are in there. So that's kind of cool. Starts as these flowers, then the pods start to grow, and then they get longer, and eventually they dry out and the seeds will be inside. I've also left these wild geraniums here in the middle of the two garden beds. They kind of just take over. I'm gonna have to cut them back a little bit because now they're starting to infiltrate the bed area, but they get lots of little flowers too. And then the purple flowers are wild beard tongue, I think is one of the names for them. So they're really taking off, and the bees love these too. So when I did this bed the other day, I just moved them all to the back so that they still existed. I didn't want to take them away, but I could make the front bed a little bit more polished. I'll talk about this bed in a couple of weeks, probably, when it starts to bush out a little bit, but I'll give you a quick look right now of it. And then in a couple weeks we can see the progress. Okay, so we're gonna move to the front yard. Oh, look at the daisies. Okay, we're gonna move to the front yard because I had some sunflower seeds that I started inside a couple of days ago. Wait, check out that. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I hope it gets some flowers. The leaves are huge. They're like almost the size of my hand. I'm stoked. Hydrangeas. I've never been able to grow them. Okay, back to where we're going. Up front. Ooh, looks like our grass. These hostas look a little bit frosty, but the water is water and not ice, so I'm thinking we're gonna be okay. Okay, so I had some sunflowers and some zinnia seeds started inside, and I was ready to put them outside. Talk about that in a second. And I put them out here, and I was concerned. There they are. I thought it would be kind of neat to have two giant sunflowers planted right here. I don't know. This bed is mostly empty. We just put this in last year. It's a false cypress. I love the chartreuse color that it pops over here. They look okay. They were already leggy and struggling along because they've been inside. They don't look frozen, so that's good. They're not really shooting straight up yet, but I hope in a couple of days that will change. So I put two out here, and then I also put two out by the mailbox. And you can see the lavender is doing awesome, but I had to take some bulbs out from here because the lavender was taking up all the space. So that's okay. I like it. Okay, so this one, I'm not so sure about it. It already had a little bit of damage. It did get some new growth on it, so we'll see what happens. It's not looking too hot though. And then over here, this one actually looks the best. It's still got a bend in it and a curve, but don't mind all the weeds, just ignore those. But this one's perked up a lot, so that's exciting. Those are some daffodil bulbs that I moved over to the middle. So I had a hyacinth bulb over here and another one on the other side, and this lavender has just done amazing out here. This is probably the most sun in my whole entire yard out here by the mailbox. The lavender is just loving it, so I was like, I'll take those rest of them out, let the lavender do its thing. I'm okay with one plant out here. I don't need a bunch of stuff. And move these to the center. They were kind of over to the side and tucked back up in under there, but move them to the center. So everything is looking good. It's still cold out here. I'm freezing, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this video now so I can get warm because I hate the cold weather. Screw you, Mother Nature. Watch a big hurricane come through or something crazy. But we're going to be dealing with the same thing tomorrow, so wish me luck. And good luck to all you other gardeners out there. I hope your vegetables made it through. Any fruits and all the things that you're trying to grow, I hope none of them suffer freeze damage.